I was like, what the hell? Why didn't you say something when...
First people ever to investigate here.
So this is pretty creepy, hey?
There is a cemetery here.
This is where she seen it. And then sort of disappeared under the car like...
Are there any spirits here with us? Can you walk toward the light in Jared's hand?
Oh God.
You go first.
Oh, what?
Did you hear that? Crypt Keepers, thank you for tuning into Amy's Crypt. Tonight I have a very interesting investigation for you guys because it relates to a real paranormal experience Jared had when he was much younger. I'm going to be taking you to a location that you have likely never seen before, so stay tuned. On the outskirts of Adelaide, South Australia, lies a remote dirt road that is shrouded in mystery. Along this road sits a small graveyard that may be linked to paranormal events that have occurred here. Tonight, we visit this area to investigate a real ghost sighting and learn the truth as to whether a lady in white roams this rural area.
Let's roll.
Alright guys, so we've just jumped in the car and I've got Jared here with me. If you guys don't know who he is my husband slash camera guy here on Amy's Crypt. He's followed me all around the world to some of the most haunted locations, but we are heading out tonight to investigate a paranormal experience Jared had when he was much younger. So where are we going?
So technically it wasn't my paranormal experience, it was a paranormal experience of a girl I took to the movies when I was younger. Before I met Amy, obviously.
So this was a date, guys.
So
Jared dated someone that wasn't me, and I'm still off about it.
So, so I must have been 17 at the time because I was driving. I took her to the movies that I worked at, so we're going to go to the movies first. We'll retrace our steps. But then when I was driving her home, we got a bit lost because she lives out in, you know, like the bush, like kind of in the farmland sort of area, like, what's that called? Agriculture, you know what I mean? Not in the metro area.
Rural South Australia.
She lives in a rural area outside of town. And on the way home, we got a little bit lost, and we drove past a road, Hayman Road, which was the name of the road that she lived on. But we weren't expecting to go past it yet, like we weren't in her neighborhood yet. So it was just odd that we went past it and we're like, oh, maybe we're lost, let's just go down it, because that was her road that she lived on. So we went down, we did a U-turn, went down Hayman Road. We were driving quite fast down the road because it was a dirt road, you know, in the country. So it was, you know, there's no speed limits. And
there's speed limits.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, as I was driving, like, all of a sudden the road ended and there was a sign that just said, stop now, you know, road ends. And it turns out the road just went into a ravine. So, like, I quickly slammed on the brakes and we're like, holy shit, like, you know, like, this must not be the Hayman Road you live on. This must be some other Hayman Road. So we did a U-turn, it came back. As we we drove down the dirt road, it was quite bumpy. As we turned off Hayman Road, my date said to me, did you see that woman? And I said, what woman? She said, as we were driving back down that road, a woman walked onto the road and you ran over her, like she disappeared into the car. I was like, what the hell? Why didn't you say something when that happened in case I really did hit somebody? So I went back just to check to make sure I hadn't hit anybody. There was no damage on my car, there was no one around, so I was like, no, she must have been seeing something.
And you didn't see her at all?
No, I didn't see her at all. So she said she'd seen a woman come in front of the car and then disappear under the car. I was like, okay. Anyway, we ended up finding her house and dropping her off. And then when I got back home, I was curious why there were two Hayman Roads. And I was just like, where were we? Like, so I looked on Google Maps and I was just trying to suss out where we went, where we were when we were lost. And it turns out there is two Hayman Roads in the same area, like within 5 kilometers of one another. So it was just really odd that there was two roads with the same name. When I zoomed in on the road that we were on, the wrong Hayman Road, what's creepy is there was a cemetery on that road that we didn't know was there, and it was right where she's seen that woman. That
part gives me chills every time.
Yeah, so...
And she had no idea. No. Jared didn't have any clue.
We're gonna go there.
A cemetery there.
We're gonna go there tonight, so you'll see it's a country road. There's no, you know, street lights. There's no signs that say cemetery here.
And you think it's still there, right?
Yeah, I think it's still there. I looked on Google Street View today and it was still there, so I don't know when it was last updated, because the metro area of Adelaide is expanding, so it's possible it's got houses on it now.
You haven't been there since.
Haven't been there since, but it was just weird because, yeah, she's seen this woman that disappeared under my car, and there was a cemetery right there where a cemetery and a church right there where she said she seen the woman. And yeah, this is in the countryside, so there's nothing else around. It's in the middle of, you know.
That sounds like a really good date. Why can't you give me a date like that where I see a ghost?
I take you to haunted places all the time. We go to every weekend we're at a haunted place.
I want you to run over a ghost.
Anyway, for the record, I don't think she's seen anything. I think she must have, I don't know. It was wet, maybe she's seen a splash or something. But it was enough to make me double check just in case I'd hit someone. I don't want to, you know, be involved in a hit.
And we're double checking again now. We are going to go and find this cemetery and investigate and see if there's anything strange going on. But I think we'll retrace our steps and head back to the cinema and start from there tonight, and then drive to this cemetery from there. And it's kind of like nice because that's actually where we met. We both used to work at this movie theatre, or as we say in Australia, cinema.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
let's go.
How's it feel to be back here?
Pretty good. Worked here a long time, 7
Yeah,
years. This is where me and Amy actually met.
Oh, it's so nostalgic to be back here.
Yeah, it is. So this is where my date that saw a ghost night started. So we went to see a movie, and then we went to drive her home. So Hayman Road is our next stop.
Yeah, let's go, because this isn't that spooky here. So is this the same route you would have taken with your date, Jared?
I don't think so. I don't think I would have gone this way when I was younger. I go now because like I'm older and I know like all the shortcuts. But
So this date, was this even a date?
well, I don't know. It was, you know, I took a girl to the movies. I guess that's a date, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was a date.
If you say
What are you
so.
implying?
I don't know. Maybe she was using you for your free staff tickets.
That is actually a possibility, to be honest.
So this is it, right?
This is the road, yep. This is where she's in it.
Actually, this road looks kind of creepy. There's no lights or anything, and it's all dirt.
Yep, this is it.
And it was like this back in the day when you came down here.
Yep. I actually remember it being a bit rockier, like a bit more bumpy, and maybe they've re-gravelled it or something, I don't know. But yeah, this is it.
Should we drive right to the end where you nearly crashed into that river thing?
Yeah, I'll take you there now. It should just be up here.
Alright, let's go.
Okay.
Road closed. So this is pretty creepy, hey?
Yeah, so we were driving super quick down this road, and then all of a sudden we had this end of road sign, and I had to slam on my brakes and stop because we were expecting the road to be a lot longer. Hayman Road's quite a long road, so when it just ended suddenly, I had to slam on my brakes, and then we were like, what the hell? And that's when we realised we were lost and we were on the wrong Hayman Road. So that's why we did a U-turn and then head back the way we came.
I say we go back because that dog is so angry that we're down here.
So we're now heading to the part of the road where she saw the woman, and the reason why I was worried when she said, oh, I saw a woman and I felt the need to come back in case I had actually hit somebody is because...
So you came back, right?
I did come back because I was like, well, you know, I want to make sure I didn't actually hit anybody. The reason why I was doubting myself is because there is a big bump up here in the intersection which you're about to see. We'll go over it so you'll see on camera. We're going to bump in a sec. So this is Carclew Road, and when you go over this bump, okay, it wasn't that bad.
That wasn't very dramatic.
No, but when we were going really fast, I bumped over that. Anyway, that's the intersection where the cemetery is.
So let's turn around and go check that out.
So we'll go check out the cemetery.
Alright, so no joke guys, behind me there is a cemetery here, right off of the Hayman Road that we were just on, where Jared's date supposedly saw a ghost. And this is the Carclew Cemetery, and it's quite small. Actually it's a graveyard because it's attached to a church. And it looks like no one has been in here for a very, very long time, but we're about to go in and just explore a bit. I don't know any background information or any history about anyone in this cemetery, and there's no supposed hauntings here that are widely known, so it's very cool that we're potentially the first people ever to investigate here. This one's 1936, so these ones actually look quite a bit older. Just watch your step here. Alright, this one dates to 1907, so did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? I think it's okay. So these ones are definitely older looking. And it goes right back here. There is a church here guys, but it looks like it's been redone and restored as a private residence, so I don't want to like bother them too much. The graveyard's still maintained by the council though, so it's all public here. I can't actually believe how creepy this place is. I think because it's a mix of, it's in the middle of nowhere and some of these graves are just shattered and like tipping over slowly. There's been a ghost sighting here. It's so cool. I really wonder if the spirit was from this cemetery that made it out over onto the road. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go for a walk around the cemetery. I brought my K2 meter out, so I'm going to just flick that on. You can see a whole bunch of lights here, and if we can light them up, it would appear that something is interacting with the electromagnetic field around the device, and many people believe that spirits can affect that. So I'm going to walk through and see if this lights up or anything happens, you know. Maybe I'll just call out. Are there any spirits here with us? My name is Amy and I'm here with Jared, and we've come to visit you. Oh, it's so dark out here. Is there anyone here with us? Are you buried here? Is Annie here? All this tall grass is freaking me out as well.
That one's open.
Yeah, it is. Can you read it?
No.
I can't make out. It's missing so many letters. I can't make out.
But it's open. Why is it open? That's weird.
It's
Can't
just
see.
old, I guess. If there is anyone here, can you come towards me? We don't mean you any harm. I could just hear something in that tree. It could just be...
Someone right in front of me?
Yeah. Maybe an animal or just something falling, but I could definitely hear something over there. We don't mean you any harm. We just like to know that you're here. And if you walk towards me, maybe we will, and we can say hello.
think there's branches falling from the tree.
Yeah, well, look at this friggin' tree.
Oh, I can't see it on camera.
You can't? It looks like it's dancing.
What the?
That's scary. Alright, let's keep going. So far I haven't got any fluctuations on this at all. This place is kind of awesome, just like the way that it looks. And I've mentioned this before in some of my videos, but I absolutely love the wrought iron fences that frame a lot of the graves. And you know, I don't think anyone's visited this place in a long, long time. Alright, so there's a huge tree here, and we're gonna go behind it because it looks like there's something.
Dude, oh my god.
You go first.
Oh, what? It's just a pigeon.
So scared. Okay.
David.
I have had a heart attack. Like my heart's just... It doesn't appear that we're picking up a whole lot here, but this wasn't actually where the ghost was sighted. So Jared and I are going to walk out onto the road and just take a walk and try and experiment out there where this ghost of a lady was actually seen. Alright guys, it's kind of like cold and windy out here, but it's so spooky. We're just going to walk down the road. So I'm just running the ghost tube app. It's super, super windy right now. But yeah, maybe we'll get a word for on the ghost dictionary. Is there a lady here with us?
So, yeah, like, she didn't say like it didn't look like we hit a woman. She said like, it looked like the woman came in front of the car and then sort of disappeared under the car, like, you know, like, it wasn't like bang, like, it was like, you know, just could sort of vaporize under the car sort of thing, like.
Vaporize?
Well, you know, like, sort of disappeared, like.
Such a weird word.
Like sort of just, yeah, disappeared as it went under the car, like, sort of like it went through the car.
Well, can you call out to this lady, please?
You know I don't like doing this.
Yeah, just do it.
Is there anyone here that wants to communicate?
Come on, take it seriously, Jared. We want to talk to her.
Alright. Are there any spirits here? Did you vaporize under my car about 15, 16 years ago?
Don't say how old you are.
The sound synthesizer is a bit crap because it's too windy.
Yeah, well, you can't really help that. I just hope my mic cuts out this wind alright. If there's a woman here, we've come to visit you. We don't mean you any harm. Would you like some company? Can we help you in some way? Or are you looking for someone? Can you walk towards the light in Jared's hand?
Hey, the magnet reader is going up. When it goes near my head. My head. Wait, is it my head?
For real?
Why is it going up near my head?
I don't know.
Is my head magnetic?
Do you have a magnetic teeth?
No, that's weird, isn't it?
I don't know.
That's weird.
Oh well, maybe the ghost is sitting on your shoulders. What movie is that?
I don't know.
That's not The Ring or something, isn't it? I can't remember which one it is.
I'm not getting nothing.
And look how dark it is out here, guys. This is nothing. We're walking in complete pitch black now.
Yeah, there's no streetlights here. Like, it's like a rural road, like a dirt road. So.
What's in this drain? Can you see that?
Yeah.
There's no light, not enough light on the camera though to see. Yeah, crawl in there, Jared.
Yep, I'm not doing that. I'm going to wrap this ghost tube up because it doesn't seem like we're getting much. All good.
Cool.
Just as we prepared to conclude our investigation, Jared walks off frame and I face towards the wind to continue commentating, where my camera audio picks up a female voice. Unfortunately, due to wind noise, it is difficult to make out. Listen carefully and see if you can pick up what she may be saying. Leave me a comment below if you can.
Seriously, nothing down here. See. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe. If you want to do a bit more reading on this haunted location or any others that I visited, head to amyscrypt.com. You guys can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram at amyscrypt. Thanks for watching, Crypt Keepers. Until next time.